Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Goodgis stream. It's been far too long since the last stream. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 months. It was October. So welcome back. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. Buddy Games, thank you so much for the super sticker or whatever they're called. I appreciate it so much. I haven't even started yet, and you guys are already being so generous. So thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. As always, whenever I do these streams, I got 3 questions for you guys. Where are you at? What time is it? And do you like sugar cookies? These are the questions I need to know. These are the answers I need to know. Hello, Luke the Duke. How you doing? Sky, it's good to see you. The 10 vlogs, how's it going? Having an unproductive day at work, and now I'm now I'm not gonna get anything done, but I can't not watch this. Well, Kyle, this is gonna be a pretty chill stream today. We're gonna be working on my game, Blizzard Blowout 64. We're gonna be making some models in it. It's gonna be really chill. We're just gonna be hanging out, and just yeah, just talking. I'll be answering any of your guys' questions. So, and as always, in the chat, moderating is my lovely wife Kiwi. So, if you break the rules, watch out. She's got the band hammer. Okay. Sweden. Arkansas. Nice. Good guys out here trying to data mine me. Yes, and can you give me your social security number? No, I'm just kidding. What are sugar cookies? Oof. Thank you, Kiwi. I named my files wrong and I have to reload my game art. That's not fun. I'm Gio from Cali, and sugar cookies are the best cookies to literally ever get created. Yes, especially when they have the icing on it. It's nice. It's beautiful. Hey, I saw you. You had a poll the other day. Is this the Blender tutorial happening? This isn't a tutorial. This is me doing actual work. This is the real work, guys. But we will. Social security number reveal gone wrong. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is more so just like me making some models, and if you guys have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. If not, then that's cool. But this is just like a really chill stream. We're gonna be streaming for about an hour and a half, so shorter stream today. Just trying to get my feet wet with doing this again, because it's been a while, and it's been busy. We've been very busy. So without further ado, let's get started. There's a lot of other questions in the chat. So I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I possibly can, and if I for some reason don't see your question, just feel free to ask it again, because sometimes sometimes I just don't see it. You're in the UK. Can you play Fortnite? No. Working but chilling. That's the only way to be doing it. All right. So here we are in the lovely landscape that is Blender. Also, I don't know if I said this, but if the music is too loud, please let me know. I think it's just a little loud in my ears, but it's Pokemon, all right? Pokemon's always loud. Pokemon is just like screaming in my ear. Speaking of Pokemon, anyone get the new Pokemon Legend Arceus game? I've been playing through it. It's pretty fun, pretty chill. I'm still like in the tutorial area, and I do want the railing, the the tutorial island segment to end, but I mostly procrastinate during development of my games, and due to that, most of them get canceled. How do you manage that? Well, it's hard not to procrastinate. It's hard not to like scope creep. The best way to manage your projects is to like just plan them out a little bit better. I've been using Milanote, And you guys are gonna hear me talk about that in my new devlog and stuff like that, because I've been using Milanote and it's been fantastic for organizing my my software. I actually loved it so much I reached out to them and I was like, yo, can we work together? And they're like, sure, here's free Milanote. I'm like, yo. So it's really great for organization, but it's hard to stay motivated. The main thing is you don't get distracted. What starter did I pick? Rowlet, just because I didn't play. Is that Sword and Shield that he's from? I don't have Sword and Shield, so that's what I picked. I've already played a Cyndaquil before because of because the originals, and I've already played as I can't think of the other, Oshawott, is that his name? Because I got the Diamond and Pearl remake. Also, if you like this music, this is relaxing Nintendo music. I normally don't play Nintendo music on the channel just because I don't want to get canceled. No, not canceled, but Nintendo's pretty strict about their copyright, but I don't normally monetize these streams, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Famous last words. Oh, what is going on here? Hold on. There we go. So for this first model I'm making, so let me clarify. So in Blizzard Blowout, for those who don't know, is a game I made about a year ago for a game jam, and it's basically like a monkey ball style downhill racer, but the art style is like Nintendo 64 artwork. We had so many people enjoy the game that they asked, like, people wanted us to make it a full release, and so I thought this would be a good project to get all the Fear team working on. So this is one of the characters that we're working on. We're working on some NPCs today. This guy is a candle guy. So these are going to be like the Toad characters that are around the hub world in the game. Because yes, there's going to be a hub world. It's going to be like Super Mario 64/Spyro style hub world. And then you'll be able to go to different areas to play levels. There's story mode, lots of characters. As you can tell, the cover art for this, the thumbnail for this stream actually featured one of the characters, our princess characters, so, which I do not have a name for yet, but. So when I'm modeling, you'll notice that my art style is going to be pretty chunky, and that's intentional because it's a low poly game. Full release, yes. Goodgis not knowing Pokemon Gens is killing me. Yeah, I it's hard because I am like an OG Pokemon fan. I like the original 2, and then I jump straight. I mean, Sapphire's great, but I just didn't play it that much. But then I kind of stopped playing them until X and Y, and I really got into it during X and Y. X and Y was great. I really liked it. So I'm just like out of touch. I'm a Pokemon boomer. How about that? And I do agree. Like the original 150 or oh gosh, the original 120. Oh man, I'm gonna get roasted for that. I enjoy it. Like that's like the OG Pokemon. But I like Klefki. I like some of the newer Pokemon that people hate. Togepi is like my favorite. Togepi and Klefki are my favorite. You should call the Princess Peach inspired by Mario 64. No, I don't want to get sued. A hub world? Yes. We're creating a hub world. It really adds so much to the game, so I'm excited about that. Okay. Just for the sake of making this look nice for you guys, we're gonna add some lighting. I want you guys to get the full Goodgis experience here with the lighting. Now, how did I learn Blender? I just use Blender. That's it. I just kind of keep doing stuff, and I'm figuring out more stuff as I go on. And lighting and stuff is really interesting. How do you make nice lighting? How do you make it feel ambient? But I want to do a full-on tutorial on how to do lighting, or how to use Blender if you guys are curious. I don't, there's a lot of guides on how to use Blender, so I think if I made a guide, it would be less on like the basics and more on like how to make these kind of low poly characters. Is that the same as, let's not do that. Let's make that like that, like so. Every time I say like so, I feel like a Minecraft tutorial. All right, so you're gonna be saying, Goodgis, this lighting looks weird, and that's the point. Okay, gotta add that, a couple of those. All right, cool. We need our fill light here. And then, yeah. How's Dewdrop development going? Are you still enjoying it? If so, what's your favorite bits? Okay, so a lot of people have been asking about Dewdrop just because they've seen me been working on Blizzard Blowout and they're nervous, like, whoa, are you done with Dewdrop? What's happening? I'm not done with Blizzard, or I'm not done with Dewdrop. I'm not, it's not canceled or anything. I just haven't had as much time to work on it. As you know, I worked in that Kickstarter, which took up, I'm still doing fulfillment for it. There's still people that haven't like given me their information, so it's been a lot more work than I thought it would be. So that's been keeping me busy. And then we want to get a game out this year, and Dewdrop just is hard. Like I'm just gonna say it here and now. Metroidvanias are probably one of the hardest genres, in my opinion, to make games in, because the games are all about wandering around and making that fun. Like, how do you wander around and have fun? So there's a lot more thought that goes behind those games. So I've been struggling a little bit with development, but it's kind of on pause until we finish Blizzard Blowout. The difference is, like, why is Blizzard Blowout easier to make? And the main difference with Blizzard Blowout is that it's the whole Fear team is actually working on it. So I've been doing the modeling. I'm still working on the game majority of the time, but the Fear team is doing like a lot of the level design, and we got the world record. Blizzard Blowout's speedrunner is designing levels, so there's gonna be some challenging levels. It's been cool because we're utilizing the whole Fear team to make the game, which makes my life a lot easier, and then I can focus on the fun parts of the game, like making these weird models. Yo, what's up, Bargy? Dinner content. Thank you for choosing my stream to eat your dinner to, or cook your dinner, whatever you're doing with your dinner. Thank you. I watched your new video. It was awesome. I like your mush boy or whatever his name is. Looking pretty cool. Will you make the keep into a video game? Probably, but down the road, just because it's like, it's just a lot of work to do the networking. As if you watch Bargy's new video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So that's something that we were considering, but probably won't happen for a hot minute. How goes game development? For what? Just in general, or Fire Emblem Three Houses music? Let's go. Yeah, I didn't really play the game. Dude, you know what, Skies? As soon as I heard this song and I saw what game it was from, I'm like, you know what? Skies is probably gonna say something about this, so that makes me happy. You did. Yukon, yo, what's up? How's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing? All right. We ready to give this guy some feet? Start with a cube. Take your cube and you drag the cube. And then you shrink it. That's how you make feet. This guy's gonna have Goomba feet. I'm looking at a sketch you guys can't see, but just trust me. It's a sketch I made in like 2 minutes. Oh, not even that. Oh, this song is a banger, guys. This is Ocean Temple, or I can't think of the full name, in Star Fox Adventure. Do you think you'll create Chow Garden like game. Well, maybe maybe we are. Maybe it's already in the works and you don't even know. Maybe the game I'm working on right now has some features like that. You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see. But just know it will happen. I don't know what color I want to make his shoes. How many levels are you thinking Blizzard Blowout will have? The number keeps changing. It's probably more than you think there will be, because we want the game to be like more than 2 seconds. So we're trying to make quite a bit of levels. Right now, my guess is, I don't know. Right now we're doing the rough drafts of levels, and we're trying to make about 100 to 120. We might have anywhere between 100 to 200, but 200 is like on the really high end. Like, I don't know if that's realistic. And then 100's maybe not enough. So it just all comes with us doing some trial and error and testing out the game. Actually, if you are a Patreon supporter, you can actually play a build of the game currently. It's on Patreon, just of some new levels. So if you wanted to try out some of the new levels, there's about like 10 or 20 new levels that you can play on there. So, you know, the problem about making stuff in low poly is I can't add too many polys. So I have to, every time I make a shape, I'm like, oh, that looks great. I'm like, but I can't do that. Too many polys. Yeah, there's gonna be 10 new playable characters in the game as well. So get excited for that. They're all of them are new original. Well, most of them are all original characters made just for the game, but we'll have some interesting new characters as well, or interesting returning characters, and maybe some cameo characters as well. So it will be beautiful. WL says, good morning, friends. Good morning. This reminded me of Mad Candle from Dragon Warriors Monsters. I can't remember what that candle looks like, but I love that game, so I take that as a compliment. This is like, I've been listening to this song on like repeat all week. It's so chill. I know like Star Fox Adventures wasn't like a commercial hit, but if you haven't seen it, look up Dinosaur Planet, because that was like what the game initially was on the Nintendo 64 until it got ported over, or until they decided to make it for the GameCube. And that game is just, it's just beautiful. It's like, it would, if they would have released it on the N64, it would have been the best looking N64 game like of all time. But alas, it did not happen. The Cute channel, hello. How many polys is considered low poly? So for models in the Nintendo 64 era, anything under like 1,000 vertices kind of counts. If we go over here, we can look at our stats, and right now we're about 44, which isn't bad at all. I'm shooting under 1,000. The princess character we made is like 1,000, of course, and then like the main character Aquaman is like 200, which is just, it's always hilarious how girl characters always end up becoming like the highest poly count. But so it kind of varies on character, and I'm not getting too picky about it. Like, this isn't like an accurate like N64 type of game. Like, someone's like, what if you ported this onto the N64? The problem is it's not written in C++ or C, so we can't really do that. But it's more so just like to make it kind of inspired by it, to make it feel like it. So there we go. I also have some tools in Blender. If something's looking a little too high poly, I can, it's a feature called Decimate that I can use to kind of remove some of the detail if it's a little too high poly. So and then also like colors and stuff like that, I have a pretty defined color palette in my mind. So we'll probably tweak the colors later on, but it's what we have for now. Star Fox was a fun game. Not a great Star Fox game, but it was a fun game regardless. Yeah, it wasn't. It probably for most people was considered like it's kind of a terrible Star Fox game, but it's an awesome. It's definitely an awesome like Zelda type game. Now for the wick on this guy, I don't know if I want to model it or if I want that to be a particle effect. So we'll kind of wait on that. We'll make this a little bit. Bring that back. I've always wanted to make my own game as a hobby. I've got a couple ideas that are stuck in the brainstorm phase. Hopefully I can get them out of that funk eventually. Yeah, it's easy to like try to come up with a perfect game idea, and I think it's hard because you want to plan out your games. If you don't plan out your games, then you're gonna like run into problems later on. But then if you plan out your games too much, then you don't make them. So yeah, don't get too caught up in that, and don't worry if your game's not perfect, because it's not going to be. Like if your idea is not perfect, because it probably won't be. It's probably going to be rough around the edges, and that's totally fine. You can flesh out the game. The main thing is getting your rough draft of your game done, and that's what the phase of Blizzard Blowout right now. We're just trying to get like the core game done, so we can just keep testing the levels and improving it. So I hope Maxwell from the Keep makes an appearance. Hey, that'd be interesting. Good old Maxwell. That was designed by character was designed by one of our Fearth team members, Bonzo. Which Bonzo's been designing all the characters for Blizzard Blowout. It's been awesome. It's been awesome because I've been able to like pay him to do the work, and super talented character designer. He designed the princess character and like a couple other characters that haven't been shown off yet, which are pretty sweet. So yeah, so shout out to Bonzo. This is one of the few characters he didn't make. This is clearly a Goodgis character. It looks like it. There we go. So that's an easy way, guys. If you want to model something and you don't want to get caught up in like having to do it twice, use the mirror modifier. It literally saves you so much time. Analysis paralysis is a real thing. I like that name. That's fun. Analysis paralysis. Will you ever make a game in the Scratch game engine? Yeah, probably. Probably not like right now, but I'll probably do that as a future video because it sounds like fun. We have a lot of people on the channel that use that. A lot of people that watch the channel, I should say, that use Scratch. So I think it would be fun to try to use it and make something. But I've been kind of less active with all the YouTube stuff because I came to this realization. I'm like, wow, if I want to be a game dev and like preach about being a game dev to everyone, like I need to have like a good commercial release, because I made games, but like I haven't had that real successful commercial release from a video game. So that's why we've been working hard to get a game out as a team. And then if everything goes well with this project, then I'm gonna have the team work with me, the Fearth team, work with me to finish the finish Dewdrop, because I think we could bust it out if we're working together. Also, if you don't know who the Fearth team are, I own a game studio called Fearth, and it's my team of people that work on games. A lot of times you just see me developing the games, but there's we got a team in the background that does a lot of the work too. So Doorbell Prod, OMG, I'm your hugest fan. Well, welcome to a stream. I don't know if this is your first time you've been to a stream, but welcome. Are you gonna add a flame effect to the candle? Yeah, that's what, like, should we add it like should I just add a particle effect? I think that would make it more interesting, but if I add a particle effect, I can't add it right here. How can I get better and better over time. Practice. I know it. I know everyone hates it, but the more you just do stuff like how did I get better at modeling? I just kept doing it. Every character I've designed for this game, I get a little bit better at it. So if you want to get better at something, you just have to do it. So that's all it is. Good old practice. Everyone wants a cheat code. Cheat code's called practice. This is my first Goodgis stream indeed. Well, welcome. I'm gonna give you a magic charm for your first stream. Also, buddy, you get a magic charm for that lovely donation you did earlier. I appreciate it. Bargy, I think you're just jealous. The levels take place in the Blizzard, so I don't know if you should add fire particles. So this guy's not going to be in the level. He's going to be in the hub world, and the hub world's like this magical palace area. It's really wacky. Actually, if you guys want to see like the latest updates with what's going on with this game and like the artwork and stuff, I post 3D models like almost in footage of the game almost every day on my Twitter. So go over to Twitter. There's a link in the chat here. Twitter, it's Goodgis with 3 O's because someone took the double O Goodgis. So check it out. Follow on there. And you can see some of the level design I've done for it. I kid you not. Are you ready for this, guys? Are you ready for this? This isn't a flex. I just think this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious that one of the art directors for Fall Guys liked one of my characters. The character was Tumbo. He's just like this big, he's based off of Winnie the Pooh. I don't even ask. He doesn't look anything like Winnie the Pooh, but his personality is. His name's Tumbo, and yes, one of the developers or creative directors at Fall Guys likes Tumbo. So there you go. I've made it. I'm a real dev now. How many people are at your game studio? So we have myself. We have Crepe, who is my brother. He does more of the admin stuff. And he made a game called Rocket Pods, which is super awesome if you like really challenging platformer kind of arcade games. We have my lovely wife Kiwi, who does some of the admin stuff, and she does art as well. We have Bonzo, who's our concept artist. He does most of the concept like character design for our games. We got Brad or Bread, who he focuses more on like the board game side of stuff, but he's also a graphic designer. And then we got Floof, who is our web developer and QA tester. And so no one works full time because we're not quite at that level yet. So they kind of work when I have jobs for them. But that's the team. We have shout out to Dark Hooded and Ceratide, who they do stuff for us on occasion. They're kind of like what's the word? They're like team members in our hearts, but they don't on a regular basis actually do work for the business. But the main people that actually design and create stuff are probably Bonzo, myself, and Crepe. So those are the core 3. Yeah, speaking of Bonzo, here he is in the chat. Yeah. It was a very Fall Guys-esque tweet. You're right, Bonzo. Crepe, the absolute gamer. Yes. Right, Brad, you're absolutely correct. Everyone's contractors right now just because I'm not making enough money to pay salary for anyone, like not even for myself. And my goal is like, it's less about me just trying to make it rich and like, oh guys, look, and I'm huge and I'm rich and I can do whatever I want. It's about creating a studio that I could do with my friends and we can develop awesome games together. So It's really more, in my opinion, about building a team than it is about, you know, becoming an e-celeb or anything like that. Anything silly like that. The Q channel said, you inspired me a lot, and now I'm participating in my first jam. Wish me luck. That's awesome. Have fun. Game jams can be intense, but they're a lot of fun. They're very rewarding, and most importantly, they force you to get a game done. So that's super exciting to hear. That always makes me happy when you guys create stuff. All right. So a little technique, and like I said, I cut off the right side of his mouth, and then I'm mirroring it so I don't have to like do it twice, because it's really hard to get that precision. Also, I think I'm gonna make his nose stick out. Let's do this. Boom. Also, I need to round his nose. I'm not round. I gotta use smooth shading to keep the style consistent. There we go. A little creepy. I don't want him to be super creepy. I want him to kind of be a cute character, but we'll see. Is Firth an actual LLC? Yeah, so we have a business. You kind of need to. Like, we're at a place that we don't necessarily need to, but I highly recommend. This is not legal advice, so disclaimer, I can't give legal advice. Otherwise I'll be in legal trouble. But yeah, so you eventually, when you do make enough money, you do want to have an LLC. It's just easier to keep track of. Then get an accountant, and then life is good. Currently we're not looking for any new members for Firth, but I'm always honored when people are interested in wanting to be a part of the team. The only thing I think we would be interested in recruiting eventually is a composer, but we're really picky just because they have to work. Not only do they have to be a good composer, but they also have to like jive well with the team, because that's like important. Your team dynamic is important. So and also, like, we're not at a, like, I pay everyone. I pay everyone more than I pay myself, but we're not at the rate to be paying some like crazy big composer. So the composer would have to be someone that knows that, like, hey, it's gonna be not a lot at first, but it's gonna continue to develop as we go on. I know, asking for a composer, I get like a bajillion people, and there's a lot of great people out there, but then you also have to factor in, like, you can be a fantastic composer but not have the right sound for what you're looking for. So I've talked with a lot of composers already, but like their music is like not, it just doesn't fit with our games. So Bargy, I'm sorry, you don't qualify. I'm sorry to inform you of that. Anyone that uses Unity is not allowed on the team. I'm kidding. No, Bargy, we need to make a game together someday. It will be the greatest. We'll make it in 48 hours, faster than Polymars, faster than Jacob. All right, is he creepy? Yes. Here's where I have to decide. Do I want to give him a fake mouth like this, or do I want it to actually like cut into his face? I'm also thinking we're gonna change the shading on his nose here. That looks really strange, but it's better. I think this needs to be taller. All right. Let's see. You gotta switch to Godot. No, there's no. If you guys use Unity, it's totally fine. I just don't like using Unity. That's my whole spiel when it comes to Unity. Like, use what you like. Simple as that. All right, this guy's almost done, except for he doesn't feel finished. His mouth and his nose I need to work on, but this is kind of, oh, I need to add his drips around here, but we almost got this guy. Let me answer more questions though, because is this Golden Sun music now? It might be. I honestly don't know, but it probably is. I think you're right. Well, he's not creepy. Anyway, it would be really, really cool. The ghost wizard. There will be no ghost wizards. See, the thing, guys, is ghosts are spooky, and I don't want anything spooky. This is a wholesome game. This is like, I mean, there will be some interesting parts in the game that may feel more spooky, but ghost wizard seems too, in my mind, it's too much for the energy. There we go. Look at that nose. I just don't like the mouth. Maybe he doesn't have a mouth. It's funny because when I showed this the sketch to Crepe, he's like, I love it. He's like, but there's no way you're gonna make the model look as good as the sketch. And he's kind of right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the ball nose better? Is that endearing? Let me know. Do you play Stardew Valley? I have. I used to play it back in the day. I don't play as much just because I haven't kind of been in the mood to play that type of game, but Kiwi and I used to play it quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oops. No, don't do that. Now we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna... I'm thinking this is how we're gonna do the wax drips. We're just gonna bring it down and then shrink it. And see how that looks. See if it works or not. I'm trying to not make them perfect either, so it feels a little varied. Hey. Oh no, is he too detailed now? I like the ball nose. Give him hyper realistic nose that clashes with the rest of the design. Yes. Well, that's the problem with modeling. Like, I end up doing that. It always starts out like some wholesome low poly thing and then ends up becoming some like an abomination. Whoa, look at that lighting. I think also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this top part and I'm gonna kind of exaggerate it. Just give him a little bit more. Look at that. What a character, guys. What a classic non-Goomba inspired character. Just a little candle guy. Just your average candle guy. I thought he was an ice cream cone this entire time. Are you kidding me? An ice cream cone? How? An ice cream cone. I'm gonna shrink that. Make it a little bit more inconsistent. We're about 280 vertices. That's not bad at all, if I do say so myself. The face isn't complete though. There needs to be something more with the face. I thought he was a cup. Okay, hold on. He needs the fire. He needs the flame. But the problem is I can't show that in here because it's a light. Oh, duh! I can, guys. I'm being silly. I can just add an emission to the. Being silly. Make his nose a drip of melted wax. Ooh, now you're thinking. That's why they pay you the big bucks. Look at that. The best low poly flame you'll ever see in your life. And then we'll grab that top part. Whoa! No. We'll smooth that. Wow, look at that. What a flame. And then we'll just give it a, we'll call it flame. And then once I do this, I'll answer some more of your questions. As always, it's the challenge of answering your questions while actually getting work done. And I'd honestly just rather answer your guys' questions. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, it's the Jeffrey. Welcome, Reese. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this is a NPC character for Blizzard Blowout. That's pretty cool. We could play around with the emission too, so it's like it looks more like a flame. Look at that. That's the fire of Hades right there on that candle. Yes, and I know like a candle wick isn't like I know a flame animates and it's got like colors inside of it. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. Was there a flame effect in Blender? There probably is. Okay, so here, ready? I'll make it animate. Look at that. I'm just gonna keep doing this while I answer some of your questions. And I'm literally just wiggling my mouse. Goodgis, where is the purchase order of service request 98? Because I cannot find it anywhere in my emails, and this customer really needs it. Excuse me? Purchase request for what exactly, right? You can make a nice little animation. That's true. I can like literally just distort this. Not much. Working on my lecture from a new pixel art course. Mostly frustrating part of my job. Hey, I literally was on Humble Bundle the other day. Well, this was like a month ago, and I was talking with some friends, and then I was looking, and I'm like, wait, is that Reese? I saw your course in there, and then I saw that you talked about in your newer video, which is awesome. Are you considering, no pressure, putting the thick crab persona bone in the game, not as a playable character, just in the game like an NPC? Who knows? Maybe maybe we'll add him as a little cameo. Thick crab. People love that character so much. It's like the fine line of like you want to add cameos to like your other characters, but then you also don't want your cast of characters to only be cameos in your game, because then it's just gonna feel weird. All right. We're gonna add the wax again. There we go. I thought you were being serious for a second, Reese. Or not Reese, Rye. IRS migration. You should make the shoes gold. Whoa, because it'll represent a candle holder. Mmm. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. There we go. That seems like a suitable length for a nose, don't you think? Let's see. So we're being attacked by bots. YouTube nowadays is just purely bots. I swear, like half of my comments are bots. You guys don't exist. You're just bots. Like I had this whole like conversation about crypto, and it was like so fake. Like, oh, I want to get into NFTs. Like, oh, really? How do you do that? It was like this whole like conversation back and forth, and it wasn't real people talking. It was purely like some weird bot just trying to advertise its NFT, whatever. NFT craziness. I like that nose better. It's coming together. It is. Oh dear. Why does it get so narrow towards the bottom? Because it's a cartoon character. What about, we can make his face lower. I think that would make him, it always makes characters cuter when you do that. This is the fun part of like, how much do you space out its face? What if we, don't get too crazy here, but what if we do that, and then we go into wireframe mode, and we just kind of rotate it a smidge, because as we all know, just like ourselves, nothing's quite perfect. So it feels like he's leaning back a little bit. But now I gotta rotate this so it doesn't feel awkward. There we go. And I don't know if we want to make like the melt of wax on top a different color. Don't do that. I'm not clicking the right button. Here we go. I don't know if we want to do something like that. I don't know. It's something. It's something. Yeah, Blender does have a whole particle system. I just don't want to use it for this character because I'm not going to end up using that in the game, so. But just know that there is a particle system. I'm just not showing it to you. Is it better than Unity's particle system? I don't know. Don't ask me that. No, I'm just kidding. I like that. This character is so detailed. Okay, I think he's done. Someone suggested the gold shoes. This music's so relaxing. There we go. Candleman. That's not bad. Almost 300 vertices. That's fair. That's good. All right. So let me answer some more questions, and then we got another character to design. High low poly game. No one is completely straight. There you go. Gold shoes. Let's go. Okay, so if you guys got any questions, not the NFT bots. I didn't see all your guys' questions. So if you guys have any questions at all right now, regarding game dev, regarding, I don't know, regarding artwork, regarding life, or just in general, feel free to ask some questions. We'll answer a few, and then I'm gonna work on the next character, who is a rat, because I love rat characters. I don't know why. Oh, he's a mouse actually. So, you saying something, Kiwi? Oh, wait, that's what. Did I read that wrong? No, this guy said NFT bots. Well, that was NSFW, but well, moving on. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Unity particle systems. Is great. That's all I'm gonna say. Guys, I'm not gonna be negative. How about that? I'm not gonna. Whoa, singing. Link's Awakening. What's 9 plus 10? 21. Take my name. I don't know what that means. Do you drop mouse cameo? Question mark? There probably is stream delay. I don't know how intense it is. But just know that there is delay. What sort of process do you follow for making a video? My process is I just write like a little outline of kind of what I want to cover in the video, and then I sometimes I'll actually write out the video, but most of the time I just kind of wing it when I'm talking, because it sounds more natural. When you read a script, it sounds really scripted. It sounds like, now I'm going to add this feature to the game. Like, it just doesn't sound natural. So I try not to read too much from a script. And that's pretty much it. It's just, oh my goodness, guys. What is going on? Holy moly. the attack of the bots, guys. Yeah, so from there, I'll create an outline. I make like a rough script, and it doesn't have to be like, it's just kind of telling a story. I always want to tell a story. I record the audio, and then after that, I generally collect the footage. One of our Fear team members does edit for me sometimes, but I also edit as well. It depends on the video. And then it's just finding the footage for the video, which takes so long. It takes me like, on average, it takes me like 10 to 20 hours to edit a video. If not, can it be candling? Maybe. I kind of like that name. That'd be fun. I don't have a name for the candle characters, so I'm all ears. I'm all wick. I think most things in Blender are better than game engine equivalent because, yeah, they don't have to be real time. That makes sense because you're rendering it. Speaking of which, here's the kind of quick render. This is like the sloppy. Well, Cycles is actually pretty nice, but this isn't the nice. I'm sorry, this is Eevee. This is not the nice Cycles renders. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did like a photorealistic fur simulation of one of the characters in this game for Tumbo, and I think it turned out pretty nice. But you let me know what you guys think of it. That's a little too bright. Let's turn that down. Lighting's interesting. Like, there's kind of an art behind it. But one thing I noticed that if you use different color lights, it really adds to the ambience to it. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Can you put the nose at the bottom of the candle? No. Is game dev a good hobby? Yes. It's very rewarding. It's very fun. It's a lot of work. But if you stay motivated, it's worth it. Wickler. That's a fun name. Wickler. These guys are just gonna be walking around. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to talk to them. They're just gonna be like hanging out in the hub area. How hard is it to do? I don't know what SMT is. Is this DLC for Blizzard Blowout or a new game in the series? So Blizzard Blowout, like what I released originally, is like, imagine that as the prototype for the game. This is like the full version that's coming out. So I don't know if we're gonna call it the same exact thing or if it's gonna be Blizzard Blowout Deluxe or whatever, but it's basically, this is like if we took Blizzard Blowout prototype and made it a full-fledged game that it's gonna be on console, because that's our goal, is we want to put this on console. And the great thing is, like, most of the game is done. Actually, we got so much progress done. Like a good chunk of the game is done. So it's at this point just polishing and adding more features to the game. So, Candle Boys. Question: how did you learn color theory? Mostly just by looking at colors, and I did also take 2D design in school. That just practice with colors, but it just learn your color wheel. What's complementary? You want to know that yellow and blue are complementary. Like, just learn your complementary colors, your tertiary colors. Learn like how to create good contrast between the two. Also know that like shadows in general are cool tone, because that's just how life is. They're cool tone. So if you make like warm shadows, it feels weird. And then just study other artists. Like, that's the best way. Just looking at what other artists do is like the best way to pick up. So you'll actually just like naturally get better at colors just by looking at other people do it. So okay, what does he look like without a nose? No. Are we doing this? Are we really doing this? I mean, he's all right. I kind of like the nose though. All right, so we're gonna grab this boy, drag him over here, and we're gonna save this, and we're gonna work on the rat guy. But if you have any questions, please feel free. I'll probably dedicate a little bit of time towards the end of the stream just to answer any questions. That's like my favorite thing, is just chatting with you guys. Honestly, I want to just do a stream sometime where I'm just like looking at like just purely camera, nothing else, just chatting. Because it's hard to work and talk, but I want to make the stream entertaining, you know? I don't want you guys just staring at a blank wall. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete these extra resources or materials here just to keep my keep everything nice and neat for when I import stuff later on into Godot. How much time did it take to learn logic of game development? I mean, it's weird because I kind of did it off and on. You could learn it pretty fast if you use Scratch or something like that and you follow some tutorials. You can learn game logic pretty quickly. And then if you learn coding, is its own beast, but it's not as hard as you would think. The main thing is you just gotta. You can't sit around thinking about how hard it's gonna be. You just gotta do it. And I know that's like. There's so many hobbies in my life that I want to do, but then I get all the stuff to do it, but then I'm like, I start to get nervous because I'm like, oh, what if it doesn't turn out well or whatever? Like, who cares? Like, fail fast so you can get better. And the only way you're gonna get better at game dev is by making games. This is a rat, if you cannot tell. SMT means something. Sick. I will sit here till like 11 p.m. because school starts late tomorrow. Why do moderators delete the first... Wait. Modelers delete the first cube and proceed to create a cube? Because it's tradition. You have to. No, I don't know. Because a lot of times I don't even use cubes. I use cylinders. But sometimes you don't know what you need and you just want to start out with a blank, you know. Start out with a blank slate. Have I used some... Whoa! What am I saying? Someone mentioned about using Reddit to cross-promote. Benjamin, do you ever cross-promote on Reddit? I don't really like Reddit a whole lot just because it's not the happiest place. People tend to be a little toxic on Reddit, but I will say the Godot Reddit is really nice, and I have posted some stuff on there before. Maybe some of you guys have ran into it, but I just don't use Reddit as a whole. So I would say if you're going to promote your game or whatever, pick like 2 platforms where you're going to promote your stuff. For me, it's YouTube and Twitter. So I'm trying to get more, grow my following more on Twitter. It's just smart. Like, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I know Finn Bob Eats Eggs would probably disagree with me, but yeah, you just don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So diversifying where you're marketing is just smart. But don't do like 12 social media platforms. That's just way too much. Like, no one can realistically maintain that. And your content's gonna suffer on those different platforms. Like, I view like Twitter, like if you want to see the updates for what's going on of what I'm currently working on, Twitter's a good platform. And then if you want to see like my longer videos, and in my obviously like my YouTube videos just perform better than Twitter does, but just keep that in mind. I love this Mario Odyssey music. Oh gosh, what have I done? I don't want to do that. All right, let's. This is the weirdest mouse character, but it's. Trust me, it's a mouse. It's a mouse. All of you out there saying it's not a mouse, it's a mouse. Trust me. I know a mouse when I see a mouse. Look at that. Look at that. Epic mouse render. Some of you might say it looks like a wolf. It's not a wolf. It's a mouse. Okay. Have you tried JuicyFX? It's a great tool for animating fast. I've seen it before. It looks pretty sweet. I have not used it though. Why do people say Godot, but I say Godot? It's pronounced Godot. Like, that's the way I say it is the way it's actually pronounced. And if you say it any other way, then you're just pronouncing it wrong. Now, Guan, the creator, one of the developers in Godot, says that there is no official pronunciation, but the name of Godot is based off of a play called Waiting on Godot, which is a French play. And how you pronounce Godot in the play is how I'm saying it. So it's not Godot. Anyone that says Godot needs to take a deep breath and take a hike, get some fresh air, and then say it the right way. Okay. Love this little guy. What type of math is required for game development? Easy math. I mean, like, it can be tricky depending on what you're doing, but like variables and stuff like that, you'll pick it up. Don't get caught up on the math. Don't get too carried away about it. Just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't really have to like bring in math to do basic programming. You don't really need to bring in math skills that you don't already have. Like, you'll learn everything you need to do for programming. So it's more about logic and less about math, unless you're coding like your own game engine in OpenGL or something like that. Then you're gonna need to know some math. But Godot greater than Godot. Yes. Watch out, it looks like the pipsqueaks from 3D Mario World. I just realized that, but we'll make them different enough. You'll see the rest of the design. It's just the colors that's probably throwing you off. To be honest, that is the mousiest mouse I've ever seen in my life. Thank you. They say Godot because it sounds like robot. Yeah, and they probably get confused because the logo looks like a robot, but it's not. So you're wrong, I'm right, and thank you. Okay. No, I saw some video where someone was like ranting, like, it's not pronounced Godot. I'm like, what? You crazy. Look at that. That's the best ear you've ever seen. Look how fast I modeled that ear. Vector math. Yeah, but okay, like, I didn't learn vector math in school. I just learned it for game dev, and I picked it up. Like, I guess what I'm saying is it's not like when you're going into programming, you'll learn that math for it. Like in school, you learn like these random formulas, and then you're like, all right, someday this is gonna help me. But then like, only in specific situations do those formulas actually help you. So same thing with game dev. Like, you don't need to know all these formulas. You're not gonna be busting them out. Like, when you need them, you'll need them. You'll look them up. It's not that hard. Or maybe it is hard. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe it's all an illusion. Look at that. Look at that. Those mouse ears. The Godot logo is a robot. But it's not Godot. I used to say Godot too, guys. I used to be ignorant. I used to be in the Godot group because I played Phoenix Wright. But now I've seen the light. I've seen the Godot, and I can't go back. But honestly, like, you guys can call it whatever you want. There we go. Look at that. Those mouse ears mean business. Goodgis is a traitor. Literally, Super Mario 3D World. I don't know about that. I'm not looking at that game right now, so I don't want to until I'm done modeling. So I can't. I can neither confirm nor deny. This is actually not how his ears are supposed to look. I got to get it more accurate to the sketch here. You guys are staying on plagiarizing. There we go. His ears are supposed to be longer. They're like taller. No. Why is nothing scaling the way I want it to? No. No. Yes. There we go. All right. Let's see. My Metroidvania, that could take 1 to 5 hours to beat, is finished. Do you want to play it? If you send it over, I can't promise I can get to it right away. I just don't have as much free time as I wish. But I'd be interested in checking it out. I think, did you send it for the one game review thing? Because I feel like you already sent it over. I'm pretty sure you did. I'm gonna select this so I can rotate that. Yeah, now we're cooking with canola oil. Now we're cooking with partially hydrogenated oils. Got some cartoon nerd teeth in the sketch. This is this not just Mouser? What? Mouser? Are you talking about the little Mousers from Mario? Can't you see this is not Mouser? Mousers are like one body. Like their head is their body. Come on, guys. You need to get your Nintendo lore right. I've never seen a mouse spit like a menace. No, sorry. That's a Wild Canyon lyrics from Sonic Adventures. Let's do. I'm gonna flatten out this part. I'm gonna pull up. I don't want this jaw area to be as crazy, as the kids say nowadays. Crazy. That looks disgusting. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't panic. Is it just me? But I personally don't like the Goodgis particle system. I use Pixel FX Designer instead. Hey, that's fine. You can be wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I haven't fully utilized the particle system yet to like really have a crazy opinion. Like, I'm sure if I used Unity's particle system more, I would be like, oh, maybe that's better or whatever. But I just don't really have a huge opinion. And to be honest, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. If you make your game, whatever works, works. I know I'm always like talking about the engines and stuff like that, but your engines don't matter that much. Look at that. What a mouse. Goodgis mouse is handsome. Goodgis mouse is too handsome to be a mouser. Yes. You're right, Aiden. You're panicking? I also like to look up only real life reference when modeling animals. I don't look up any reference when I model. Just because I just don't want to copy any. I mean, it depends on what it is. Like, I generally don't look at reference though. Can I, if I do this, it's gonna be messed up. Oh, no, okay, that works. Sweet. Because I was thinking about what if we rotate his. My thought is like he's kind of like forward heavy a little bit. And then he needs his tail. I might make his head bigger. We'll see. We'll see. Guys, it's all a work in progress. His eyes, though, I know are going to be like itty bitty. Itty bitty boys. We're going to make them like 6 polys. That seems fair. Maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too little. We're going to add that. And then I'm going to add that. Beautiful. All right. Shrink that, do that, make that. Whoa, look at that. Epic mouse can't even see straight. This poor guy. I use Scratch because I'm young and I don't know if I should go straight to Godot. I mean, it is daunting. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's daunting to go straight from like doing visual scripting to like a proper engine. Just know though, like when you go to a proper engine, you're gonna be able to do so much more with it. So if you're still learning, it's totally fine to use like, you know, drag and drop engine, but just know that like in the future, you're gonna want, if you want to do something more complicated, more complex with your game, then you're gonna eventually want to consider using something a little bit more sophisticated, something with coding. You know, it's just easier to stay organized, like if I'm being truthfully honest. Okay, that got rotated the wrong way. Okay, we're gonna zoom up this bad boy right here, and then I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna there we go. Sorry, grunting is just, it helps me think. How's that? There we go. That's a snoozer, man. Why is my name Goodgis? Because I wanted my name, it was back in the day, I wanted my name to be Good Guy. I was playing RuneScape as a kid, and I wanted my name to be Good Guy because I don't know, I just like the name. It's creating a username. I was 10 years old, and Good Guy was taken, so I backspaced twice and I typed IS, and that's how I got the name. And it just kind of stuck. I've used it for years and I really like it. It just makes me happy. So it means good guy, good elf. Goodgisu. All right. Now, if that isn't a mouse, I've never seen one. There's actually one time it was really cute. My parents had a mouse in their garage, and it was holding an acorn. I didn't know that they carried acorns, but it was just jumping around with a little acorn in its hand, and we scared it off, and it dropped its acorn. But I thought that was hilarious. Wait a sec, so you're actually good guy? Yeah, I am the good guy. So Badgis is bad guy. Are your minds blown? Because they should be. This is in profound. This is some epic YouTube lore in the making right now. Rotate Y 90 degrees. There we go. What I'm doing to lock that, by the way, guys, if you're curious, is I'm hitting R to rotate, but then if you hit X, Y, or Z, it locks it to that whatever the vertex you're trying to do or rotate it on. I think the mouse needs some big windy whiskers. Oh, whiskers! I forgot about that. I guess the little mousy guys have whiskers. Good call. You know what I could also be using for this? I could be using the Bezier curve tool. There's like a tool to actually draw. Yeah, I don't remember how to do it, but there's a way you can actually draw, and then you can hook up the model with it. But I'm not gonna do it. Plot twist: the Goodgis you're talking to is actually Badgis. No, because that means I'm a bad guy. Am I a bad guy? No. 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 I hope not. The good boy. The good elf. Man, does anyone else out there have like 100 hours in Animal Crossing? Kiwi has like, I kid you not, close to 500 hours in Animal Crossing. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. The game is good. Though I think I'm, hot take here, ready guys? I think I like the older Animal Crossing just a little bit more. It's just more nostalgic for me. I still think New Horizons is a great game, but don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic game. Like, great game. But I think I'm just a little bit more nostalgic towards the older Animal Crossing games. Kiwi's trying not to cry right now at me saying that. Okay, so how crazy do we want to get with this tail? Like, do we just give him a little pointy tail? He doesn't have to have a super long tail. Hey, Solo, okay, welcome back. You finally found me again. How did you lose me? Orb Mage, thanks so much for stopping by, dude. Have a lovely rest of your day. Chat is bad guess. Sometimes it feels like it. Nah, no, you guys are good. No, those bots were bad guess. My goodness. Look at that mouse tail. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Wow. What a mouse. A giga mouse right there. I have 50 hours in the game. Where a bunch of monkey pops helium balloons. Oh. I can't think of what that game's called. Hey, what's going on, Default Benji? We're making some models for Blizzard Blowout 64, which is like a Nintendo 64 inspired monkey ball arcade Mario 64 type game. So it's a lot of things. Is that it? There we go. And we're just making some NPCs. No, there we go. Like all great mice, they have to have twofers. That is a technical term. See, guys, I absolutely love the mirror modifier tool. Like, boom, instant twofers. I heard people saying Godot 4 will have scratch kind of code. I don't know about that. If you're talking about like if it's gonna have visual scripting, like Godot 3 already has that. I just heard it's not that great. But I don't use Godot for its visual scripting. It amazes me how many people use Unreal Engine and only use the visual scripting. Like, it boggles my mind. Like, that's a thing. Like, I don't know how you can make like an MMO in that game using visual scripting. But you can. I bet you performances are just, it probably gets a nightmare to organize. I don't know. There we go. I keep saying that. There we go. There we go. Is that shade smooth? Yeah. Now we just need to I'll make his teeth waxy. Ooh. Kind of makes him a little scary in my opinion, but little spooky mouse guy. There we go. Just give Give him some nicer little mouse things. Mouse things. People have made ray tracers in Scratch. I'm sure you could do a lot in Scratch, but if you want to actually like, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I just think if you actually want to like release a game anytime soon, like a legit game that people will buy and you can make money off of and like have a career as a game dev, you're not using Scratch. Scratch is purely just for like experimentation and stuff and learning. Unless you could prove me wrong. You could start your own like Scratch Patreon where you just make crazy Scratch code and prove me wrong. I would love to see it. All right, the teeth are a little creepy. Kiwi, what do you think about the teeth? This part right here. Okay. Kiwi has spoken. The great dog mouse nose. It's gotta go. Who else is joining the Twofer clan? I don't know. That's a great question. I can't say I want to join the Twofer clan. I feel like if you're a dentist, like by default, you're just in the Twofer clan. Like you have no option but to be a part of it. I'm kind of losing. It's so hard to see. Oh, I gotta make this like consistent. Does he even have teeth? Do we de-teeth him? These are the questions that keep me up at night. I like no teeth personally. Are you mean in general or for the character? Because I think for the character, I agree. He looks too hostile. Okay, we're gonna do this. No! Stop it. All right. Stop it. We're gonna do that. Grab that, move that up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Grab that, move it up. Grab that, move it up. There we go. That wasn't so hard. Yeah, that looks cuter. I was trying to do something unique with the face, like with the big dog snout, but I think it definitely it creeped me out more than it added to the character. Okay. When you share the vertices, all of a sudden it looks way less smooth. Yeah, because when I'm in edit mode, it kind of like it reveals the secret of how many vertices the character actually has. Okay, so I like teeth. I like teeth. It's a mouse gremlin. Put some teeth on him. With eyes on the sides, I think it could have some whiskers. Yeah, so I think maybe whiskers are like the last detail. This will be like the last thing because we don't want to go too overboard with him. Too much detail, otherwise he's gonna look just gonna break the style. But I think, you know what? No, we'll do it this way. I was thinking of if I should make instead of making a 3D shape, if I should just make the whiskers flat, but I'm gonna make it 3D. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna we're gonna add these whiskers, wrap up this character real quick, and then I'm gonna just take a little bit more time afterwards to just answer your guys' questions, and just like any questions I missed, like I'll do a little bit of a Q&A. So if you had a question that I didn't answer because I've been a little bit bad about reading the chat while modeling, then we can do that here in a second. So let's do this. And then we obviously need to add that. Curve that whisker boy. And then, oh, I can't really see what I'm doing. Wait, all right, think. Which way do whiskers come off the face? I don't know. You guys will correct me, right? Oops. Okay, let's not do that. Hold on. So the only issue about copying and pasting in Blender is sometimes when you copy and paste, if it has the mirror modifier, it duplicates the thing it's modifying and it gets confusing. That's what just happened there. Oh, Kirby's Epic Yarn music. Wow. That looks so weird. All right, I might have to look at some reference for that. He looks French now. So generally whiskers come off. Hold on. Okay, now I have to look up reference now. I can't not look at. They come straight out the tip of his nose, and they kind of go in all directions. Whiskers are like the craziest thing, if you think about it. They're so weird. Hey Goodgis, how to stay motivated to finish games you've lost interest in? Great question. It's hard. It is hard to stay motivated on something that, like, as George Lucas once put it, when you work on a well, in his case a movie, but when you make something, you gotta fall in love with it, because you gotta be working on this thing for a couple years or months or however long it takes for you to finish the project. So the first and foremost, you wanna make sure that the project you're working on is something that is gonna, like, it's something you like. You don't want to make a project that, like, oh, I'm gonna make this meme game that I don't really like. Like, make sure that what you're making is something you actually enjoy making, because you gotta keep working on it. And then another thing is, like, you can't, when you work on a game, you get inspired and you get infatuated to work in these other games. Like, oh, what if I made this type of game? I just had the same exact thing happen to me yesterday. I'm like, what if I made a game like this? I'm like, sweet, that's a great idea, but I can't do that. If I do that, if I drop my game to work on another game, I'm never gonna finish any game. So it's really comes down to discipline. Having other people work on your game kind of generally keeps you motivated if you have a team, because if you're not working on your game, someone else is, and that keeps you kind of inspired to keep doing it. And then also, yeah, I think it's just like Dewdrop for me has been a hard game to develop, just because the type of game, it's just more challenging to develop in my opinion. Whereas Blizzard Blowout, it's been super fun because it's just a fun game to make. The levels are really fun to make, and the characters and modeling, like all the work in the game is just more fun to do than a game like Dewdrop. So there are such thing as games that are, oh, what the heck happened there? There are such thing as games that are just more enjoyable to develop. So keep that in mind when you're creating a game, because you might develop a game that's, yeah, not fun to make, and then you're stuck. So, but and also don't get too caught up on it. You don't like to get too worried. Like, what if I make my game way too much? Like, don't. Ultimately, you got to get started with a project. You're not gonna know if the game is something you really enjoy or don't enjoy until you get started. But there we go. Perfect music to end this character on. It's a Noki Noki Bay from Super Mario Sunshine. All right, place your bets. How many people think I'm gonna get slammed with copyright claims after the end of the stream? One time I had the Nutcracker music, and I thought, Nutcracker, that's like well-known music. It should be safe. But the problem was, the orchestra had copyright over the music. So right after my stream, I'm like, oh, that was a good stream, and then boom, I got a copyright strikes from the Nutcracker, the London Symphony Orchestra, whoever did it. I don't know who did it, and it's fine. It's like, it's not like it harms your account or anything, but it just, you can't monetize that. But like I said, I don't really monetize these streams anyway, so. See, give them some nice little booties. as... Ooh, I like the little purple mouse. I don't know why. I know it's kind of cute. I'll make them different colors. Anywho, yeah, so if you guys like this game and you want to see more stuff, like I said, make sure to follow on the Twitter. But also keep your eyes peeled because there's gonna be a new devlog coming out here soon, and we've been working really hard on this game, and I can't wait to show off everything that we've done so far. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting indeed. Would he be able to stand? I don't even know. Okay. He's got some more slight tweaking that needs to happen. But all in all, I would say this mouse is a success in my opinion. And yeah. Cute mouse. Cute mouse boy. Color is like the last thing I do, but there we go. All right, so we made 2 characters. Make them a little bit bigger for the lighting. Here's our beautiful guys right here. Pretty cool little NPC characters that be around. There's one more character I made who is like a star boy. He's got a star head and he's got a cloak. So yeah. But that's it for modeling. Now I'm going to just spend like I don't know, 15 minutes. We're just gonna be answering your guys' questions. I'm just gonna be purely focused on you guys to wrap up the stream. And then you guys can go about your day and you can do whatever. Well, I mean, you can go about your day whenever, but I will release you. So let's hop back over to the fan art page and then let's answer some questions. Okay, so let's see. Someone said maybe some flatter feet. Isn't the Nutcracker public domain? Yeah. Yeah, so any recording done of something that's in the public domain is technically copywritten. It's really annoying. So you have to find like an orchestra or something that allows you to use it in the public domain. I don't know. I love the Nutcracker though. It's like my favorite classical track, if you want to call it that. Okay, what's my biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration is OG Nintendo. I love what new Nintendo's doing. I love what old school Nintendo's doing. My favorite era of Nintendo is probably N64 GameCube era. And as a kid, I always just wanted to make games like it. So creating Blizzard Blowout in this art style has like been a dream come true. Just because like making these models and all this stuff, like it just feels so nice. Like it feels like I'm able to create the things I grew up inspiring me. So I love new Nintendo as well. I think that there's a lot of great games coming out. So I just want to be Nintendo. Like I think a lot of game devs on YouTube or just indie game devs in general look at other indie game devs. But I just try to focus at looking at Nintendo and like Sega, and like these companies that I really love playing the games growing up, for inspiration. Just because like there's a lot of great indie games out there, but they just don't have that good feel that Nintendo games do. And that's what I want in my games. I want my games to just have that nice cozy, safe feeling to them. So okay. Can you check out the art I made? Where'd you make the art at? Sure, Dev. Did you post on Discord? We're being held hostage. Yes. Oh, it's in the fan art of the Fearless server. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Have you used Smiley Basic for 3DS, and what did you think of it? I have. I used it on the 2DS, or not 2DS. I used it on, maybe it was a 3DS. I can't remember what it was on, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I wish I knew Basic earlier on, because it's so cool that you kind of program your own engine. It's like so bare bones, which I really love. So it's pretty cool. I haven't really made anything recently, but maybe that could be a video in the future. Okay. any advice for a new game dev? Just start making a game. If you don't know what to make it really simple. Try to recreate like Pong or like these basic games that are already out there. The main thing is just to fail and fail fast and just work hard and have fun with it. Like if you're stressing too much about your game, you need to change your mindset, because obviously we need to keep working on our games. We need to stay focused, but we also don't want to get too like caught up in all the stress of like having to be something and like make our games perfect. So just get started though. Like don't let the fear of you know, don't let the fear of the game kind of hold you back. I like to combine older game types but with HD vector graphics instead of pixel. That's pretty sweet. Like I love Pixar games. I think Pixar games are really cool, but my dream has always been to make like 3D games. So it's cool doing that. But vector art's really cool too. Hello, I just got back. I wanted to ask if you have any tips on how to grow your YouTube as a game dev. So first thing to note is if you want to finish a game, YouTube isn't always your friend just because it's so much work. Like maintaining a YouTube account is so much work. Like I kid you not how much work it is. So it could kind of demotivate you to continue to work on your game, but at the same time, if you want to sell your game, you got to market it. So if you want to get started, you got to really spend a lot of time on your editing. Like it doesn't matter how great of a game you make, if your editing just doesn't come across professional or nice, like people just won't be interested in your channel. I've seen a lot of great channels have a lot of great games, but they're just like that professionalism isn't quite there, and they just their channels don't pick up. So keep that in mind. I would also just focus over quality over content, quality. Yeah, what am I saying, guys? I forgot the saying. Quality over quantity. Thank you, Kiwi. Oh my goodness. So you just want to make sure your videos are good, and also maybe YouTube's not the right platform for you. Not everyone does well on it. So check out Reddit, check out Twitter, heck, even Instagram, TikTok, whatever you use. Just find your platform and you could grow on there. So that could totally work as well. Mithril Age, I'm pretty sure you actually sent me the game already. I'll have to check it out. Do you have any advice for being confident in yourself enough to start a channel or finish a game you made? Yeah, so you just have to, you gotta believe in yourself. Like we're all learning, we're all improving, but you have to realize where you're at currently in your game dev career or whatever you want to call it, or you're doing YouTube and stuff. And you have to realize that everyone's got a unique voice and a unique story to tell. And if you think of it that way, then just, you gotta believe in yourself. You can't, I think social media makes it so insecure because we're just constantly comparing ourselves to each other. And I think you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone else because your life experiences are so unique to what you've encountered in your own life. So believe in yourself, work hard, and just don't be insecure. You're gonna have people that criticize you. You're gonna have people that get mad at you. I've had so many people write so many nasty things for no good reason, but that's okay because like that's not why I make games. I make it because I love making games. I don't make games just so I can appeal to every person out there. So yeah, just go after it, and you gotta be confident, and then find people in your life that can encourage you, that push you. Like I have a support group. Whenever things are going, I'm feeling rough, or I just need some encouragement, they're there to encourage me to keep working hard. And you need good positive affirmation in your life. So I love how once I started saying that, the sentimental music came on. How much is the game gonna cost? Don't know, but it's probably gonna be, I don't know, $10-15. But it's really hard to sell a game on Steam for less than that. And then we're also gonna put it on the Switcheroo. So What would you create if it had to be a dating sim? I have no idea. That's a great question though. How often do I stream? The last stream I did was 4 months ago, so not as often. But my goal is if I do shorter streams, like less than 2-hour streams, then I can probably stream more often, like maybe once a month, ideally. But when the closer we get to like releasing Blizzard Blowout, you'll probably see me stream. And guys, forgive me if I spam. That's just like the nature of the game. But also, someone asked about like when Blizzard Blowout's gonna come out. That's kind of up to you guys. My thought is we're gonna finish development probably around May, late April, May. And then we'll probably just keep like talking about the game, promoting it, and keep tweaking stuff and improving it. But the game probably won't come out until November, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you guys want to play a winter game in the middle of summer. That just doesn't seem like anyone would do that. So probably around that time we'll switch over to Dewdrop and we'll work on getting Blizzard Blowout like ported and stuff. So that's when we're thinking about releasing it. How did I learn to code well? I just watched tutorials and then learn. There's a great course by CS50 on how to program. That's like the most thorough, like that's a college education course, and the guy does such a fantastic job. It's a Harvard course that's free, and it's fantastic. Okay. I know Zelda music's the best. Pounding fists on table. Whizbirds, Whizbirds. Yeah, Whizbirds is still in development. It actually got, I was gonna make a devlog on it soon, but the networking got completely messed up. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. But there will be a Whizbird devlog, 1 or 2 devlogs this year, though it's probably not gonna come out. But if it does, if there is like a playable demo, it's probably only gonna be available to the Patreons, because I just like keeping it to a smaller group. On your sponsor, Skillshare. No, I don't work with Skillshare anymore, but you could. Skillshare is a good platform for learning. I'm making a game, but it's so hard. I'm getting demotivated. It sounds like your game might be too big of a scope for what you're trying to do. Keep it simple. Keep it very simple, and you'll just like, if you can't make what you're trying to do, then make it simpler than that. What's your favorite genre of game? Yours are 2D platformer. Then Max said that. My favorite is like 3D action adventure. So I love Sonic Adventure. I love Ocarina of Time, like Legend of Zelda. Like Banjo-Kazooie is a really great game. I think the only game that breaks that game, like breaks that mold, is probably like Paper Mario, which is like 2.5D. I like platformers, but I'm personally more of a 3D guy than I am with the 2D stuff, but I still think there's a lot of great 2D games out there. Your stream really made my day. Hey, thanks so much for being a part of it. It made my day. Don't pressure yourself, dude. If you overwork, you'll become tired all the time, and you'll hate everything you work on. If you ever feel burnout, tired, take a break, and when you feel happy again, do something. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed is like it's really easy to start working so hard. You know, you can burn out, and I found that, like, I was working 12-hour days some days, so you don't want to do that. That's not good. You need to take time to play games. You need to take time to have fun. So work on your game. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to work on it when you don't feel like working on it, and that's called work, you know. And that's okay. The main thing is that you just don't cram to get things done. So which book would you recommend on improving design and better object-oriented program? You know what, that's a great question. I haven't really gotten into all that stuff. I'm still trying to find those resources myself. So I don't know. That's a very good question. I've been learning C++ on the side, and once I figure it out, I'll give you I'll give you guys the whole process and how I learned it. What song is this? You know what? That's another thing I don't know. Since there's a lot of stream delay, when I asked for a song, it was the one you called Sentimental. Oh, that was Xenoblade Chronicles. If you like this music, look up Relaxing. Here, I'm gonna look up the title of this real quick. It's like Relaxing Nintendo Music, Part 4. And it has like Link on it in the water from Link's Awakening. I'll find the name of it, but it's like a 4-hour playlist. It's fantastic. Highly recommend. If you like Nintendo music like myself, then highly recommend you work to it. It's called Calm and Relaxing Nintendo Music Part 4. How do you get better at game design? Game design's a lot of it is like about your brain. It's like a lot of psychology, but also a lot of game design comes down to feel. So you just have to keep playing a game until it feels good. But there's some books, there's some good podcasts on it. I want to take a game design class or something. That's something you don't see a whole lot of. That'd be interesting to make a course in that. So, but in my opinion, it's a lot of practice, and that's where like school would benefit you, probably. All right, avoiding ASMR there. If you're gonna choose a genre of game, what would it be? Probably action adventure. It's like the most generic genre, but it's perfect. I need to go now and do some Spanish homework. Thanks for having me. Hey, Brocco Plant, thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. Wait, gasps dramatically. This game is low poly, which means I can play it on my old computer. That's the hope, you know? It's a Godot game, so it should be able to run on it. I'm still making my current game, and the prototypes are coming slowly, but the point is that they're coming, but slow. Be slow, but consistent, because always going at the same speed, end up going faster. Yeah, so it is about being consistent. You have to think about when you work on your game, it has to kind of become like a job. It's like a task that you just do every day for a little bit. If you think about it that way, you'll stick with your game way longer than it being like, hey, this is gonna be some project that I'm gonna work on for fun and I'm gonna bust it out. Like, just think of it like, hey, this is your job now, and you gotta work on it a little bit every day. What I like to do is make checklists for the day, what I wanna work on. If you enjoy chill Nintendo music, I'd recommend checking out Michael or Game Chop on Spotify. Huh, I'll have to check it out. It's like Turtle versus Bunny story. This is the weirdest way of saying that, but yes. Tortoise in the hair. Will you restock your board game? Yeah, right now, just because of, like, I know no one likes to hear this, but because of all the pandemic stuff, it's been really hard to just like get a printer, get it cheap, ship it out, do all the stuff. It's kind of been a nightmare. Just shipping out the 600 copies for the keep has taken us months. And it's crazy because profit wise, like, it doesn't make that much money. So like, I think people buying Snomes or I'm trying to think the other game that people are buying, that made almost more profit than, doing the Kickstarter. And the Kickstarter wasn't about making profit, but it's all about you want to make it sustainable so you can continue your business. So we're trying to figure it out. But when we do it, we want to have a good system set in place, because the customer service part is so much work. Like, that's a full-time job in itself. And we just had a couple people, their stuff gets stuck in customs. Like, doing it just like in the US wouldn't be that hard. Doing it internationally is where things get tricky, because everyone's got their own taxes and their own rules for importing, and it's just crazy. And a lot of it just changed in the EU, so it's even harder now. So, but we want to. Great stream, Mark. Enjoy listening to the stream while I work. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Reese, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good one. We'll talk soon. Yes, my name is Mark. I'm surprised. I guess I don't mention it as often, but yes. Marks the name, game devs the game. That doesn't really work. Playing game music is good because you won't get striked for it. Well, Nintendo's been really cracking down on all the music, so we'll see. Please make a trumpet, man. I don't even know what that means. Use whatever architecture you want, but I'd recommend looking into Entity Component System. Should I bundle Joy to Key free version with my game? Joy to Key free version. I guess I'm not sure what that Joy to Key. Also, thank you so much to Infognito mode for the super chat. Do you like frogs? I do. Well, I'll do a voice. I do. Like, I think frogs are cute. I like the little poison dart frogs. I like going to the zoo and looking at them. Guy, I don't know about you guys, but does anyone else out there love the zoo? Like, I love the zoo. Like, the zoo is like one of my favorite places to go. It's just so chill, man. It's so chill. Hang out with the zebras. Hang out with the monkeys, the gibbons. It's always a good time. I just realized I'm watching at 3 minutes, so the stream is delayed. Probably just me. Oh, that could be affecting the stream. I agree. Frogs are totally radical. You're totally radical. Frogs. Frog moment. Zoo Pog. Pog Frog. Do you like Chrono Trigger Frog theme? Yes. Frog is like my favorite character from Chrono Trigger. The gorillas are cool. Yeah, we have the Cleveland Zoo here in Ohio, and it's such a great zoo. Like, it's fantastic. We also have the Columbus Zoo, which is really, really great as well. Zoos make me saggle? What? Sadgle? I've kept frogs for a long time. They're the best. I don't know if I'd keep a frog as a pet, but I can appreciate them. I see. I've been sitting, drawing, and listening for 2 hours. Whoa. Make a Calico Cat NPC. Just no context cat character. No, Blizzard Blowout will definitely have it'll definitely have some snow pup characters that you can maybe interact with. Hee hee hee. Oh, okay, meme sad. We need a top hat dog. Favorite animal. Probably, guys, don't hate me, but probably like a chipmunk. I love chipmunks. I love really cute animals. Chipmunks, squirrels. Exotic animals is probably like a leopard or something. How's Dadgus? Dadgus is doing great. He's doing well. We're talking about starting a podcast for Firth, and he might be doing some editing stuff, so you might see him around. Infognito mode with another super chat. Thank you so much. I like tomato frogs, white tree frogs, African bullfrogs. I gotta say, tomato frogs are my favorite. They remind me of the flipnote frog. I'm tomato frog. I don't even know what that looks like. Hold on. Here we go. The flipnote frog. Are you talking about? Whoa, that's pretty cool. It is like the flipnote frog. Have a good stream. I'm leaving now. I don't know why, but I got motivated to learn some Blender. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. Frog NPC in Blizzard Blowout? Question mark? Live reaction. No. Hey, let's go. Infognito. My OC is a calico cat. That's sweet. This stream is motivating me to start working on my game a little. That's awesome. Do you have a dog gis or cat gis? No, I want a cat gis, but I can't get one. Currently where we live, we're not allowed to have one. So when we get a house, I want to get a ragdoll cat really bad. All right, I'm completely new to programming. I want to start learning how to make games in Unity using C#. Any book recommendations I can learn from? I can't think of any books for Unity, like C#. I'm just saying, guys, like C# is a hard language to learn. Like everyone's like, oh, C# is so easy. It's not. It's like C# is pretty difficult. I would say it's slightly easier than C++. There's a lot of, you should probably get like a Udemy class. If you are a reader, I'm sure there's some good books out there. I just don't use Unity, so I wouldn't know. I don't like the zoo because I don't like seeing the animals in cages. The one thing about the zoo, though, is that a lot of those animals in those cages were taken out because they were sick or wounded. They couldn't actually live in nature. And what the zoo does is it helps keep a lot of animals that wouldn't exist, they would go extinct. It keeps them alive. You have that a lot with like the African elephants. And here's the thing too, is like those animals live a much better, much happier life at the zoo than they would have if they're out in the wild. And what's cool too is a lot of times those animals, if they do fully recover, they eventually do re-release them, or depending on if they can re-release them in the wild. But I really like the zoo. They do a lot for conservation. They help a lot with like keeping animals safe in general. So, but I get it does feel weird because it's like, well, they're in the cages, but I mean, aren't we all in a cage technically? No, not that. That's cringe. Let's get philosophical. How cool is being cool though? I don't know. It's up to you. Do I like waffles or pancakes? Both are good, but that's a hard decision. Hey, I can't decide. Maybe waffles. Buy some books on linear algebra to learn how to do 2D and 3D game motion stuff. Gotta be honest, I personally recommend Godot for coding. Yeah, like GDScript is just easier to learn because Python is like the easiest language to learn, and it's just similar to that. Oh, fun fact, this is the only stream I've sat through from start to end. Whoa. Well, I'm glad to have you sit through the stream. All right, any last thoughts? Because we're about to end it here. I gotta go eat some lunch or dinner or whatever it is. Whoa, right, you get to feed and bathe elephants on a reserve on my recent trip to Thailand. It ruled. That's awesome. That's super cool. Depends on the zoo. Some animals through some put animals through bad condition. I mean, that's like really any zoo. I think maybe that was more in the case back in the day. I know the Ohio zoos do a fantastic job of really taking care of their animals. Like you can tell that people are really passionate about taking care of them. And I just love the gibbons. The gibbons are so happy. They're dancing around all the time. It's a good time, guys. GDScript is like Python because I know some Python. Yeah, you would know GDScript then. It's like the same format. I'm gonna put a frog in a car for my game. The car will be frog sized. That sounds amazing. Dewdrop development going well. I haven't really worked on it a whole lot because of Keep Kickstarter, doing YouTube videos, the holidays, all this craziness going on. So what's gonna happen is after Blizzard Blowout, the whole Fear team's working on this game. Once we finish this up, I'm actually gonna. Before I was just the only one developing Blizzard Blowout. I'm sorry, Dewdrop Dynasty. So after we finish Dewdrop, I'm confusing myself here. After we finish Snowman game, I'm gonna have the whole team work on B game, Metroidvania game, and then that way we can finish it up as a team. Just because the game is kind of like looming over my head, and it's just such a hard game for me to make. It's sad when the stream ends. Yeah, I'll have to stream again soon. It's one of those things. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to sit down and do a stream, but I'll try to do it more often if you guys like it. Gotta go. Have a good day. All right. Minecraft mod video is possible. I've never really thought about doing Minecraft mods, but maybe, who knows. Today was a good day for the stream because for tomorrow I plan making my first visual prototype of my game. Watching the stream brought me the idea to try Fear with the color palette. I don't know why I struggled on that, but awesome. I can't wait to see it. I don't know if you're on the Discord or not, but if you haven't joined our Discord, make sure to share your progress. I like to peek in and see what people are working on. Oh wow, thank you. You know, Python, I like to work with daily on projects. I want to start game dev, learning C, but yeah, Godot is perfect. It's gonna make it a lot easier. Comfy stream, that's the only way to go. How old am I? I'm quarter of a century. I'm Oldgis. Rye, have a lovely day. The walking meme, have a lovely day. Doorbell, yes, I'm about to end the stream. Carson, thanks for streaming. Nice just chilling. That's my favorite type of stream. I just like hanging out with you guys. Voice crack. Very good stream. Your voice is very relaxing. Yeah, except for that last part. But in a way, so it's easy to just sit down and draw. A podcast would be a perfect idea. That's the dream. We're gonna make it happen. So the podcasts are just gonna be like an hour long of us just talking about like one game that we worked on and just like a real deep dive into it. So, all right, friends. Have a lovely rest of your day. I think that's it. No worry about if you don't feel comfortable on Twitter and Discord. There's never any pressure to do any of that stuff. But if you do, you know, feel free to join. But everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Guys, it's finishing on Prana Lullaby. This is perfect. It's meant to be. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy your week. And keep working hard in your games. And yeah, just keep being you guys. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself. Just keep working hard, and you'll all do great things. So have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys here soon, hopefully with a new video and with more fun streams. So until then.